meet the requirements, you can make up to like six. Like you need to have like a certain amount of people watching you for every stream. I think it's like 100 people continuous watching you, and you have to have at least 80 followers. You need to have like within the last 30 days, you need to stream like something like 40 hours in the last 30 days or something like that. And there are a couple others that they've had. But once you have that, then you can make like $60 an hour just by streaming. Well, it's a good question. In order to qualify for that program, you have to stream exclusively on Kick, and I don't stream exclusively on Kick. I multi-stream, so I'm live on YouTube and Twitch and um, Rumble and D Live and Trovo and a whole bunch of other platforms. And I don't want to stop streaming on YouTube. YouTube is my bread and butter, meaning my whole life is archived on YouTube. And Kick does not store videos longer than 30 days. So basically, it's just temporary. And I don't want just temporary streaming. I want the ability to have my life watched in the future for long periods of time, or in the future, 100%. 100%. Just like we study people in old photographs, I think that people will study people in video in the future. Not only that, but you'll be able to study my circadian rhythm, my sleep patterns, my eating patterns, my bathing patterns, my heartbeats per second, my blinks per second, my swallows per minute, all that stuff that basically these metrics that people would be interested in the future, especially from a logical standpoint. I have more data on myself than any person ever, so this may be very beneficial for people. Absolutely. Hey, come by anytime, Doggo, and play your game. I'd love to watch whatever you play, and come back whenever you're bored. But yeah, I was saying it's getting lit in there, so I don't want you to miss out on them. Oh, I don't want to get in trouble for self promotion. To be honest with you, I get in trouble for self promotion. Take care, my man. Shout out to Doggo, everybody. You're welcome, welcome. I'll be there in a second. I'm just set, setting up my account.
Rabbi, we trying to speak to you in Hayden, bro. I'm a big fan of your work.
Yo, dog. How you living,
No,
Pit?
not me. Okay.
It's okay.
You're excellent, dude.
How you
Can you
living,
come
Pit?
into you indefinitely?
Yeah. You want me to talk in there?
Yeah. I want to talk to you personally, bro.
Okay.
Let's make a deal, bro. Let's work something out.
What's the deal you want to make?
I don't know if I'm gonna speak about it right now, but we'll talk about that later. Right?
What do you want to do?
Let's just say, let's just talk in the interview, let's get to know each other. Man.
Well,
I like the work and I like the consistency. I love what you do.
Excellent. Okay. Would you go in there and ask those guys, just make sure if I talk about myself, I won't get in trouble for self promotion?
Yeah, you're good, bro. You're not gonna make yourself from.
Okay.
Yo.
What up, Tim? Well, okay. Will you give me 5 minutes? I just got to set up my other streams and then I'll be in there. How about that?
All right, you good, bro? You good?
Excellent.
We all waiting.
Sounds good. Hey, Dio, I'm gonna send you a friend request. Feel free to accept it if you want. But you seem like a cool person, and I want to keep the connection. So just one moment. I just not want to doggo already. So.
Bet.
Absolutely. Shout out to you, my man. Okay, I'll be in there in the next 5 minutes. Okay.
Bet.
Excellent. I'm gonna throw up gang signs in there. I'm gonna throw up gang signs though as I as I set up these streams.
Oh, you good? Actually, got to throw.
Fuck yeah. Show me.
Like Bloodhound Rob.
I want to.
Bloodhound Rob sounds.
Dude, here's the Bloods. There we go. I got the west side. I got the east side.
All right. I'm gonna do like this. Yeah. I'm trying to mix it up.
Cool. I like that. Okay.
Yeah. This right here.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, in all reality, when I go viral, I want to unite the Bloods and the Crips. They don't need to be killing each other anymore. They need to start. That's what I like to hear, you know. Excellent. But let me say this first, though. Truthfully, I don't want gangs to be hurting each other anymore. They could start a not-for-profit and make so much money if they combine their right. Dude, absolutely. Do you know how big a Bloods and Crips scholarship fund could be? People would give so much money to that so that they wouldn't shoot each other anymore. You know what it's about. Excellent. Okay, deal. I will. I just got to set up my other streams. I'll be 5 minutes. I'll end up. Okay. Excellent. Shout out to Dio, everybody. All right, I'm going in there now.
Yes, sir. What's good, Mr. Rothschild?
Absolutely. How you temps doing? What's good in your neck of the woods? Excellent, excellent. Anybody watching the NFL today? All right, I got you. Well, you'll be in the Super Bowl of Roblox pretty soon, so good on you. Perhaps we'll take you to the Absolutely. All right, so I know some of you know who I am, but for those of you who don't, do you mind if I give you my spiel? Excellent. I'm Rabbi Rothschild. I stream my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for world peace. I don't want war anymore. We talk about some things on this stream that aren't normally discussed, like ending world hunger through the use of agricultural drones, through saltwater greenhouses, through floating greenhouses. We talk about ending world hunger through vertical farming and hydroponics and cloud seeding. I want to help end world thirst through the use of digging of wells in Africa and other developing areas. I want to help. I I've already done that with one of the projects with which I'm associated. I want to help with smart life straws there, or smart straws, and then additionally, most importantly, desalination plants. Basically, pumping the Earth's ocean water onto land to make it drinkable for people. I think these are really important issues that aren't being discussed in society. If you don't know that I created the world's largest archive of human records, I'm live right now on more than 10 different YouTube accounts and I multi-stream on 33 different platforms. I do this for world peace. Essentially, essentially, it's a real life Truman Show. If you've ever seen the movie The Truman Show, and I have over 100 different YouTube accounts, 200 different Instagram accounts, 300 different Twitch accounts. I have over 1,000 different TikTok accounts. I have over 2,000 different Twitter accounts, and I have over 10,000 different Kick accounts. We talk about some things on the stream that aren't normally discussed, things like anti-gravity, antimatter. We talk about alien disclosure. We talk about life extension technology. All of you probably, when you were born, your average life expectancy was probably going to be about age 80. I'm going to increase that to age 100, 120 through the use of stem cells, human growth hormone, steroids, perhaps the utilization of ambrosia therapy using the platelets of younger people for the benefit of older people, additionally nootropics and cryonics, cryogenics. But eventually you're going to get to be age 120, you're going to say, Rabbi, my body's breaking down, then what? If no one has been told this before, it's my privilege to be able to tell you all that I don't think anyone here is going to die. And why do I say that? Jay, I, 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 I love black people. I have black friends. I've lived with black people. Yeah, exactly. And so, and, and, and so for all the people, for for all the people who have died in the shootout, I have, or any kind of death, I have a solution for that. But before we get to that, let me talk to you about why you guys are doing that. You're all younger people, and within a generation or two, a type of technology known as mind uploading technology is going to become the really a regular occurrence on Earth. What is mind technology, you may ask? It's essentially the ability to scan someone's brain into a computer, like a CAT scan or an MRI, basically a digital real life like you would have in a video game. All that information of your central nervous system, your peripheral nervous system is saved into a computer for later download as needed as an android, an avatar, a cyborg, a cybernetic being, a clone of yourself, a robot, an ethereal being, whatever you want to be. But what I'm basically saying to you is that you all have the opportunity perhaps in the future at a digital immortality. That's very exciting. Now, to my man Jay and anybody else out there who perhaps has known anybody to die of any reason, but especially people who died. Hold on, Leslie. Hold on. Let me roll, baby. Let me roll. Uh, Anybody out there who has had someone who they love who has died, there's another type of technology known as revivification technology. What is revivification technology, you may ask? It's the type of technology where we can take someone's DNA and bring them back to life. It's something related to de-extinction technology, which is already a real thing. If you don't know what de-extinction technology is, the first successful de-extinction meaning taking an extinct animal and reintroducing them into the wild, or at least bringing them to life, was completed in 2003. It was an ibex, known as a Pyrenean ibex. You're like, what's an ibex? It's a goat. So basically, there was a goat in northern Spain, southern France, that went extinct, and scientists in 2003 were able to revivify it. Now, fast forward to the year 2020, company out of Dallas, Texas, known as Colossal Bioscientific, has made it their goal by the year 2028, so it's in the next 3 years, to reintroduce the woolly mammoth. If you don't know what a woolly mammoth is, basically the things that a caveman hunted. They want to reintroduce the woolly mammoth into the Arctic Circle using an African elephant hybrid. Following the reintroduction of the woolly mammoth into the Arctic Circle, they want to reintroduce the um, the Tasmanian tiger, followed by the dodo bird. So perhaps within the next, per, perhaps, go ahead. Yeah. So the first successful public cloning was uh, a, a, a sheep was a sheep known as Dolly, and this happened in the mid 1990s. So yes, that type of technology has been around at least publicly for almost 30 years. So yeah, all of that is true, absolutely. But for those of you who perhaps are like, well, Rabbi, I'm just a regular person and I don't have the money for all this stuff that you're talking about. You may not have the money now, but you will in the future. I'm live on camera. That's right. That is where Rabbi comes in. And absolutely, I'm talking about all of you. I'm talking about Legend and Jay and Angel. I'm talking about Doggo and Jaden, and of course, Biggest Loser on the internet. I'm talking about Glee. I'm talking about Busted, and I'm talking about Jill and Aiden Ross too. I'm talking about all of you guys. Essentially, you need to understand that data is Earth's number one resource. That's not Rabbi saying that. The Economist magazine stated in 2018 that data had overtaken petroleum as Earth's number one resource. I have more data archived on the internet than any person ever. And when people find out that you can literally follow someone's life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, from now until the end of their life, and they also have 3 years worth of data as an archive, I'll be able to monetize that, perhaps be the richest person on earth someday. And when that becomes the truth, I'm going to give blessings to all of you. What I'm going to do is literally this. I'm going to say, I need you to take care of yourselves. I need you to take care of your friends and your families. And then I want you all to start charities to help other people, basically philanthropic organizations, so that you can help the people in your community. I want to do that now too. And I'm telling you this, we're very close to doing that. And why do I say that? If you guys don't know who I am from Kick, I am the most infamous spammer on earth. Robots that spam for me on Kick. So I'll show you my robots right now. Um, Yeah, I do. So right now, what this bot is doing is it's creating clips on Twitch. So I graduated from Kick into Twitch because just Twitch has so many more people. And here it is. It is creating a clip for me. And what it's going to do is it's going to follow the person and it's going to spam with all my social media. And I just started doing this on literally less than 24 hours ago, and people are already starting to see what I'm doing. But I did it on Kick to the to the point on Kick where the owner of Kick is my friend on Discord, Eddie Craven. The head developer, his name is Santa Maria. He knows exactly who I am. So basically, I'm taking my talents to a bigger platform to be able to make people aware of what I do. And it's just a matter of time. It could happen within the next month that I go viral, and when that happens, you'll all remember this conversation. It's archived for forever, and it'll be very exciting for people to know that you were there at the very beginning of it. So you all should be very excited. As you see, my hands. I mean, I'm holding the camera with one hand. My hands here, but all of this is automated, and it just basically does what I need it to do. This will be creating clips for me and following people, and it'll be spamming for me. And then what it does after it does it for enough people, it starts the whole the whole. Go ahead. No, le- legend is priceless. Trust me, when we're all rich people someday, we'll think back and laugh about this situation. I'm I'm 30. That's fine. I'm 39. That's fine. That's fine. I'm 39 years old. Have I ever gotten unemployment? Not to my knowledge. No. I'm a I'm a I'm a certified project management professional. I've launched apps on the App Store and Google Play. I've also had contracts with Fortune 500 companies that allows me to essentially retire early and do this. Yeah, so it's a program. It's called a macro, and essentially it's very smart. It can detect pictures on a computer or text on a computer, and it memorizes where my mouse clicks are. So if you really want to know the name of it, it's known as macro recorder. And here you can see it spamming. Like that's all that is my spam. Then it just moves on to the next person, and here it is. It's create. I got it creating an account right now. So what it'll do is I actually haven't paused on this one, but it creates accounts for me. And yeah, I mean, actually, the way that I got into the Aiden Roth server, I created a robot that whenever one of the moderators would kick me out of the call because they just got sick of me or whatever, it would bring me right back in. And so I basically outlasted them, and I started streaming in there like 7 months ago, every single day, 24/7, and I haven't stopped. When am I going to upgrade? Uh, perhaps within the next few months. No, yeah, no, I understand that one. Basically, that is just an old tablet that I have. Here, let me give you a room tour so you can see everything else. Okay, so over here, I've got I've got three different devices here, and I've got another two devices here. What are these doing? Up here, this is in a Telegram for a cryptocurrency. So I'm sponsored by a cryptocurrency. If you guys are ever like, why do you have so much Sonic the Hedgehog stuff? It's a cryptocurrency that's called Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu. It's worth $300 million right now. So it's a very serious cryptocurrency. 100%. When I started with it, it was pennies. Yeah. So, well, it's available on Uniswap. It's available on Uniswap. I can tell you that the reason why I think it's special is not because of its name and it's not because of its community. It's because it's backed by data. You're good. So let me show you where you guys usually see me from, and I'll show you. Okay, so you guys usually see me from here. Absolutely. When I get a free hand, I will. So this is the camera you usually see me on. I'm the number one streamer all time in Aiden Ross's stream or Aiden Ross's Discord. I'm the number one streamer all time, guys. I'm the number one streamer in I Show Speeds and a bunch of other influencers. Word dog, word. So so as you can see, there's like a wall. There's a big wall of computers here. I also have devices here, live, and a bunch of other platforms. I got a ceiling. I have a ceiling camera. So I have a camera literally on my ceiling so that people can watch me from above, 24/7. I'm, I'm live on 10 different YouTubes right now. Go ahead. No, that's a legitimate question, and that's okay. Um, it's really about it's a three-part answer, and shout out to my a fellow streamer. His name is Straight Savage. He summarized this very succinctly, and I think he's right. Number one, you want to be consistent. Number two, you want to network, and number three, you want to be yourself. If you can do those three things over enough time, you're going to be successful. And so just think about it this way. One thing that we talk about a lot on the stream is AI and the use of AI in the future. Now, I know how it's going to be important to me. It's going to be able to take my 3.5 years or however much data I have on the internet and be able to edit it into very summarized pieces so that you don't have to watch 24 hours of me. You can just watch highlight reels essentially, and it's all done in an automated fashion. But just know, for everybody else out there, you won't have positions like we traditionally would. Everything from a lawyer is being replaced by AI to doctors to surgeons. The Da Vinci is an AI surgeon, a robotic surgeon. Every customer service position is going to be replaced 100%. Absolutely. And actually, McDonald's had this 70 years ago. They had something called this. They had something called the Speedy system. McDonald's has had this type of technology for 70 years. It's called the Speedy system. And previously, people weren't comfortable ordering only from a robot, but they have become accustomed to that. So, what does that mean for all of you? Well, you're doing the right thing. You're creating content. You guys are influencers, and you may not have as many followers as you want. You may not have as much, as many subscribers as you want. But that doesn't. Oh, I'm going to change all your life. You're all going to be very famous people in the future. No, no, you're all going to be very successful. It will not take me 5 years to go by. Just one moment. Let's talk about artificial intelligence for a moment. So we are approaching what's known as artificial general intelligence, which is essentially AI that has the same intelligence as an average person. What's very exciting is the next level of artificial intelligence, which is known as artificial superintelligence, AI. What is that? So we have the first one, which is AGI, which is artificial general intelligence. And at least OpenAI, the company that owns ChatGPT, says that they will have established this when they have $100 billion market share, and they're approaching that very quickly. That should be within the next 2 years or so. And then once you get into artificial super intelligence, what you're going to have is essentially perhaps like the Skynet like kind of future. We'll have neural networks. Potentially, we'll be able to connect to each other telepathically and never need any kind of cords for this. Essentially, what we'll be moving towards is 6G, 7G, 8G, 9G, 10G, etc. So what does that mean for you all? You're all influencers in your own right, but how are you going to be able to make money in the future? Well, artists will be much bigger than they currently are. Currently, there's the stereotype of a starving artist, but that may not be the same in the future. We may experience a second renaissance, especially because artificial intelligence, especially because artificial intelligence is it creates so much art that that isn't connected to humans, and humans will want to buy art that is connected to being made by hands. And so things like ceramics, music that's made by people and not necessarily made by robots will have much more value in society in the future. Additionally, cryptocurrency will have a lot more value in the future. Same with NFTs as well. So you all are, I'm sure, smart enough to be able to get your own wallets full of any kind of cryptocurrency. NFT that you want. Excellent. That's smart. That's smart. Pardon me? What about when do I shower? I understand. I shower on stream. Yeah, I sing in the, yeah, I sing in the shower. I do a lot of karaoke. I do my best to entertain people. I dance. What's your question? No, I don't. Exactly. But you should what I do day in and day out, 24/7, is I do my best to be a positive person. I do my best to be optimistic. I have people from all over the world who come to me for advice, who ask questions. I do my best to help them with any problems they have. I'm about solutions. I want to solve problems for the world, whether it's hunger, world hunger, whether it's world thirst, whether it's world peace. And why do I say that I really think that world peace will eventually occur? If we want to explore other planets, if we want to have space tourism and terraform other planetoids, essentially like Mars or like the moons of Jupiter, perhaps Europa, or even terraform Venus, we need to have peace here on Earth first. If you know anything about extraterrestrial civilizations or some of the study of them, they all have to have peace on their home planet before they go exploring other planets. And when I talk about mind floating technology and the fact that I don't think you all will die, then that means that this no longer becomes an issue for your children, it becomes your issue. So I'm a huge advocate for peace. I don't feel that it's right for me to put my hands on you, nor you to put your hands on me without consent. And if we can live by that from a neighborhood perspective all the way up to global perspective, I think that that will be very positive for the world. Pardon me. Look, I'm going to tell you guys something right now. Out of anybody here who is at least currently speaking, Jay's got more potential than anybody. He's got amazing charisma. He's got an amazing personality. He's going to be an influencer in his own right, as will all of you in your own way. But you guys got to be respectful to him. Legend, Legend, you got some work to do. You got some work to do. But I really mean this. You all have your own individual talents. You will all find your niches. You will all have your individual niches. And And just know if you're like, well, Rabbi, you talked earlier about art. Maybe I'm not an artist, but what can I do that will be exciting for people in the future? It's going to be so. Somebody said earlier that they like Minecraft. Minecraft's going to do. I mean it. There will be a Super Bowl of Minecraft someday, and the person in here, data. Oh, 100%, 100%, 100%. Absolutely. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the biggest game in the history of mankind. It is going to be a cultural revolution. It is going to cause many people to move to South Florida just over the fact that it is so exciting. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. So, yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. 100%. I am, look, I've completed a 100% completion on Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I've beaten every single Grand Theft Auto, and I'm excited for Grand Theft Auto 6. I know it's still perhaps a couple years away, but I can't wait for it. We'll see. Uh, I don't know who that is. Excellent. Excellent. Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, hey, I can teach you that. I can teach you that. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'll call Jay. Jay, Jay, Jay. You 18? Okay, excellent. So we'll do some pickup routines. Okay. So let's say I meet you at a club or whatever, and I come up to you. You're with your friends or whatever, and I can basically use some routines to be able to give myself a little bit of an edge when it comes to who you want to date as a partner. So here's something that we do. I want you to imagine a cube, Jay. Okay? I want you to imagine a cube. Okay. Is it a big or a small cube? Okay. Is what color is it? Okay. Is it facing me straight on or is it at an angle? Excellent. Is it in the air or on the ground? Excellent. All right. Now I want you to imagine a ladder. Okay. Where is the ladder in relation to the cube? Excellent. How many rungs or how many steps are on the ladder? How many? Jay, 12. Excellent. All right. Finally, I want you to imagine a horse. Okay. Describe the horse to me. Describe the horse to me. Excellent. Excellent. Now, what I want to do when I'm picking up a chick is create a false time constraint. So basically, I have to make you aware that I'm a high valued individual. Hey, dude, do you want to talk? Do you want to talk? Yeah, big dog. No, no worries at all. It just it becomes too many people, and it's whatever. I had the opportunity to share with the group what I wanted, and while I wasn't able to put the closing on the queue, uh, it's a very good pickup routine, and I want you to know I really appreciate the opportunity to speak to them. All right, I'll finish the cube. Here we go.
What's
Oh, I'm just gonna tell Jay. Are you Jay or are you different?
good?
Oh, you're Jay. Okay, well then I'm gonna tell you what all that shit is that I just learned from you. All right, so I'll join you back in there.
Okay. This was my second.
Excellent, excellent. All right, shout out to Jay. Jay hooked it up. Okay, so what is the cube? It's a pickup routine. Basically, what you want to do is create some interest in yourself. And hey, if you're gonna talk, then I'm gonna leave. Got it? So shut the fuck up. Let me say this. I will. All right. So what did Jay? So we're pretending that Jay's a chick, and I was in a bar creating a false time constraint, basically showing a higher status that I have things to do, but I'm going to spend a little bit of time. And what did I learn about Jay? So Jay's cube is essentially a medium-sized cube. That means that your cube is your ego. Okay. So Jay has medium-sized ego. Jay, what's your favorite color? Okay, Jay's favorite color is black. About 70% of the time, the cube will be the same color as someone's favorite color. So a lot of times, you'll get a girl's favorite color out of that. The fact that the cube is off the ground shows that they're a creative person, being straight on. They are upfront, honest individual. They don't like to beat around the bush. When it comes to the ladder are your goals. So basically, you have 12 rungs, and I don't know what they are. Become a millionaire, become a billionaire, become a trillionaire, perhaps. Who knows what it is? But find a girl, perhaps have children, perhaps have a nice life. If you ask me what my ladder looks like, it goes all the way into the sky, but it could be anything. And then in the description of your your horse, it's your ideal mate. Essentially, these are things that you can do that create interest in yourself, that show a girl that you have confidence to be able to walk across the room, talk to her about it, then you go back to your friends, you go keep doing what you're doing. But the whole night, this girl will be thinking about all these things that you were able to learn from just some of these subconscious um, symbols that she was able to. We'll try one more. We'll try one more. Jay, here we go. It's called the 5 question game. Okay. So Jay, I'm gonna ask you 5 questions. All you have to do is answer them incorrectly. Okay? Now everybody be quiet while I do this. All right, all right, Jay. Jay, what color is we'll do a practice round, okay? Well, perhaps not. We'll make it the real thing. Okay, so here's a question. But no practice. Here we go. What color is the sky? What color? What color? What color is snow? Excellent, excellent. Okay. What question are we on? What question are we on? Boom! Got you right there. And you have to buy me a drink. You go to a girl and you be like, "Hey, we're gonna play a game. I have 5 questions for you. All you have to do is answer them incorrectly." And you couldn't even do that. All right, I'll give you another chance, Jay. But if you don't get it right, Jay, if you don't get it right, okay, then then you got to buy me another drink. All right, whatever though. Just one. Have you ever, Jay? Have you ever played this before? Jay, have you ever played this before? The 5 questions. Doug, I told you all you had to do was answer them incorrectly. You got to buy me another drink, son. All you do is just do this, and it shows that you're a charismatic individual. And so there are just some routines that you learn. So if anybody's interested in this, I suggest that you read the book by Neil Strauss called The Game. It's passed around fraternities, it's passed around dormitories, it's how you pick up women. It's how a nerdy dude picked up Britney Spears back in the day. So with that, friends, I wish you a lot of I wish you a very good thing. Feel free to send me a friend request if you want to get to know me better. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Much love to everybody. Shout out to you, Dio. That 5 question game gets you every time. Yes, sir. Um, just like I said, networking is probably the best way to do it. Um, I would. Oh, absolutely. You have a lot of potential like that. So, well, what you're doing is exactly right. You're an A-cross Discord. You're a well-known individual. You're charismatic. You got a great personality. You got great hair, my man. I love your hair. So you got all that going for you. Are you a streamer? Please, please do. I will. I'll go through your social media right now. I'll tell you what to do. Okay, first thing. First thing. First thing. First thing. First thing. Do you have a hold on? Do you have a link tree?
Yeah, it's on.
Excellent. Send me your link tree. Everything should be there. That's step one. If you don't have everything linked there, well then just link it. It's pretty easy. But basically, you should have. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so then I'm going to check, and I'm going into your. I don't see your link tree. I see YouTube J clips.
But I send it to me here.
Okay, send it to this account. The account that I that's in my hand. Hold on a second. I'll send it to you. Okay.
Yeah,
Hold on. I'll go through all your social media right now, and I'll give you some really good advice. There's perhaps no better person on the earth who you could ask for advice on with social media. I've created so many different accounts. I've seen it so many different ways. I know what Facebook and every influencer stuff looks like. So I just sent you a I just said hi. If you can look at that message, send me your link. I mean, it will. It's the foundation that you need. It's definitely a foundation that you need. Okay, so I got absolutely. So I got I. You can send it to the account. There you go. Okay, J Clips. Excellent. That's okay. Okay, so Jay, excellent. So you, excellent, excellent. Do you have Snapchat? Oh, hold on. Here's the first thing that you have to do is make sure that you have an account on every major platform. So that's Snapchat, that's Twitch, that's Reddit, that's Imgur, that's YouTube, that's Twitter, that's there are 20 different ones, and if you want the list, just look below. And I've got them all listed. I've got 50 of them listed, but you take the top 20, and I know you may be like, but I don't want to use Snapchat. That's fine. You don't want somebody else to feed your name. And if your name is Jay Clips, that's okay. Make sure you link it. One of the impressive things about my main account that people see is I have so many different things. I mean, you've never seen somebody with more social media in their Discord profile than I have. And so that's something people take pictures of it and say, this must be some kind of reference. I'm not saying you have to do that, but you want to have social media footprint be as large as possible. Especially if you get some shorty who's like, hey, I want I want to be able to check out your perhaps your Snapchat, perhaps your Twitter, whatever it is. Okay, so I'm gonna now look at your YouTube. We'll do that first. Okay, so we got Jay. You're at Jay Clips.
That's my main channel.
Excellent.
My second channel. That's where I have most of the videos.
Please do.
Where I have all types of shit.
Excellent. So subscribe for Matt Flora. That's cool. It's a call to action, and you've got something there. So a lot of people don't even have something there. So that's a good banner. Now the picture that you have is a dog. Why is it a dog?
I don't know. I feel like it's like because my brother that I don't really see those stories. It's like lucky to see.
That's fine. Do you see what Caspian Sea has, or what I have? It's basically our face. That's what you want. You have a great face. You have great hair, and you want people to be able to identify you immediately. They're not going to identify that dog as you. So you want to make that connection to people. The best advice I can give you is to do something similar to what I do with a little circle around it. You don't have to say Guinness World Record or anything, but you can say at JClips on YouTube, and then at the bottom you just say linktree.com/JClips, so that whenever anybody sees you, it's a call to action that they can check out your stuff. They don't even need to go to your Discord. They don't need to go to your links. They can just see it from your profile picture, and then that profile picture is everywhere.
You see the other? You see
I'll take a look at it.
this? This my second channel. I just made that.
Okay,
I brought in 15.
that's very good. Okay, so we got J Live at J Clips Live. Okay, two eyes and live.
I don't know.
You don't want that. You don't want that. If you get some shorty, some super hot chick, who's like, "Hey, what's your at on YouTube?" And you're like, "It's at J Clips Live with two eyes." You sound like a doofus. You just want it at J Clips Live. Can you at J Clips Live? You can change it. Yeah, you can. If you're with some hot chick in a club, you prefer to have the keyword search or just get the app. You just want the app, and you want it to be really easy to remember. I'm at JClips Live. You don't want to say I'm at JClips Live with two eyes and live because also Clips has an, you want it to has an eye. You want it to be just something very simple. So my advice would be right away, JClips Live, and also somebody's going to get at JClips Live with one eye. So you want that. You want that account.
Somebody took that, I think.
Okay, then
That's what I was thinking. I didn't have that. But I was thinking with two eyes. I think that hard.
I got you.
It was a great age.
That's cool. Okay, so then we can find an alternative. Really, that's cool. Dude. It's taken.
Oh, we fixed it. It's not taking.
Perfect. Excellent. I'll refresh it. We'll see if it updates. If it doesn't, that's fine. Oh, it did, dude. Nice. Good job, son. Perfect, dude. Okay, now you're at J Clips Live. Okay, now some shorty comes up to you like, "Oh, you're an influencer." Yeah, I am. Okay, what's your at on YouTube? I'm at J Clips Live. Nothing else. No, oh, but it's two eyes and live. You get it. Okay. So if anything, that came from this PM on Twitch. 8 p.m. when? 8 p.m. in Kazakhstan, 8 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific, when 8 p.m. Okay, perfect. So you just put live every day, 8 p.m. EST, and then Twitch/Jacobs. But that gives people a connection, and that's amazing that you're live every day. Do you multi-stream? Hold on. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. So, and I can walk you through this. I walked a random girl from Poland, or a woman from Poland, um, who I walked this through yesterday. So, Rumble, have you heard of Rumble?
Yeah.
Okay, so Rumble has something called Rumble Streaming. I'm sorry, Rumble Studio that allows you to multi-stream using the same bandwidth that you normally use on multiple streams at once for free. So when you press go live on Rumble, you'll be live on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, on Rumble, and on Twitch. All of this. So, but you can do even more than that. I do it on 33 different ones for free. But you'd be live on the big ones are YouTube, Rumble, Kick. Oh, I should say Kick and Twitch. You want to be on those four. Why? Because You want to have the biggest footprint possible, and it unifies your chat. So, do you have a Rumble account? Yep, you're going to make it right now, and I'm going to walk you through how to do all this. It's actually pretty easy. I walked you through it yesterday, and now when she presses the one button to go live on Rumble, she's live on YouTube, on Twitch, on Kick, and on uh, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Kick all at the same time. And that's what you want. Here's why. If you don't want to have to re-upload your content on other platforms, basically this gives you the biggest footprint possible. So that you may not know it, but somebody may say, "Hey, how are you?" on Rumble, or "Hey, how are you?" on Kick, and it's going to come into your chat. You're like, "Wow, I wouldn't have even known that this person was talking to me." But because Rumble unifies all of the platforms, and it's free. My big thing is free. I don't have you know, everybody's got a budget of some sort, and I don't want to have to be paying monthly subscriptions to some company when it's available somewhere for free. So what you want to do is create a Rumble account, and you want to try to get JFlips Live or J Live, either one of those. Let, have you got J Live on Rumble?
Yeah, I'm using that. And in this video,
Okay. I would tell you this: getting this Rumble account is more important than you editing a video.
I think I have.
Excellent. So then what you're going to want to do is put your Rumble on your link tree. Okay, so I'm going to continue looking at your link tree. You got a really great name. Why not? What are you talking about? I have link tree. There's no monthly subscription.
Oh,
Take your time on that.
all right.
Okay, so what you want to do is go to linktree.com.
I got another question.
Go ahead. Ask your question. Go ahead.
What would it take for you to sponsor?
I don't do sponsorships, but what I will tell you is that when I go viral, you'll be one of the first people about whom I talk. So I can tell you that you'll get all the sponsorship you need from that. And I'm serious; it could be within the next month or two that I go viral. Especially with these robots, a lot of people are finding out about me, and I'd love to be able to just write you a check. I can't do that right now, but when I can, I will.
All right.
Well, really, I have to, I have to utilize. I can teach you how to do it. How about that?
I ain't got the device.
Yeah, you do.
Like, what?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Recording your dream.
Hold on. You do have enough devices. You just need one.
Oh,
Yeah, don't worry. I'll teach you how to create the bot too. So you can have a bot of your own, and I'll teach. It's a real easy bot that I'll teach you how to make. It will just literally just create accounts for you on Kick, and then add them to your followers. So you'll get a new follower every minute, and you'll have 10,000 followers within a few days.
you might do it.
I
Or
will.
can you do it from
I can't do it for your account because I'm using it on my own. But what I can do is show you how to do it. It's that old phrase: give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man a fish, he'll eat for a
Oh
lifetime.
yeah, you
Excellent. Then you can use it for anything that you want. So if you want to use it to create YouTube accounts for you or TikTok followers, whatever you want, you'll be able to do it in an automated fashion. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Go to linktree.com, log into your account, and we're going to put your different links in here. So you don't have your Kick link in here. You don't have your Snapchat. You've got to create a Rumble account. So you got some work to do. I understand. I'm going to walk you through it, and you're going to have the most robust social media of any person that you know by the. You already changed your YouTube channel, which is a game changer.
said what?
You already changed your YouTube, which is a game changer. Wait, you've got J Clips and you've got J Clips Live, right?
Yeah,
Excellent. So you have to put both of those in your link tree.
yeah, I'm like just that's what that's
Pardon me? I'm here. You let me know when you've done that. Oh, thank you. Right. Smack. Ha!
don't really know for sure. Well, because we don't so little, we tend to go by beliefs. So we believe this, we believe that. We believe that your cult leader is the answer to everything. And it seems to be very, very easy to get people to believe things. And then what happens is that whether or not those beliefs have any real basis in reality, they begin to influence your actions. So here again, relativism was to bring it back to the Nazis. What were the Nazis convinced of? They were convinced that Jews were basically evil aliens. What it comes down to, they weren't really humans. There's some sort of contamination, which we must eradicate. And they set out to do that.
And they were sure there's just two problems that can be solved, and once you solve them, they definitely people don't know where everything is just perfect. It would be great if we could just get there. And I think it's really strong belief in a global utopia. It just never goes right. It seems like impossible.
I was listening on YouTube, old wobbly songs. He works the world. I don't know why. I had a whole album of wobbly songs. But there was a common wobbly toy, and it's like sort of taken from gospel songs. And it's talking about the future, how wonderful everything will be in the that will be. And it's sort of left this case wobbly, but nonetheless, it's like a prayer for communists. Like everything will be good because the earth will be shared by the communities, and from each abilities, each one and it's this kind of sweet little song. But I just sort of imagined that I was going to stage that. I'd have all these choir children singing or sickle behind because that's what it's combining. And you can think that the sentiment that expressed in that song, which are legitimate in some way, of all the horrors that leads to.
It is fascinating how people idea on paper and some idea about the utopian future. They just don't want a social structure. So they never think about that. All of it, and we want to. We have to hopefully do it slowly, slower.
I thought
Yeah, give up the good. What gives you hope? If human beings is still here, maybe expanding out the cosmos, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 years from now, what gives you hope about that, about even being possible, about happening?
most people are cooperating with God most of the time. And that's one of those things you'll get back to. So you would, another thing that I have like a weird fascination of watching are people with meltdowns on airplanes. Because there's
Nothing about that.
the people who will there's some sort of psychotic. And it's always like the cops will come up and plane and you're going to inconvenience everybody there, and they don't care about that. That's a wonderful sense of power that they have. So they have some sort of sense of powerlessness, and it's their own way of power. It's just piss off everybody else on that plane. They're going to go ahead and do it. It's going to do.
And there's similar, sometimes, psychological behavior in traffic. The road rage.
And I think here again, with all people, at some point,
ability to get together, operate on that scale. But, yeah, create things like the one I did, laws that prevent us, protect us from the behavior, manifestations of that. We should be everything. It's completely ridiculous.
I'm not sure that we're all together,
But I think we are all together. There's something magical about humans that I hope humans stay here, even as we get advanced robots walking around with their more and more intelligent robots claim to have consciousness, but they want that increasingly take over our world. I hope this magical thing that makes it beautiful.
oh yeah, that's
So much fascinating work, and
I've never had anybody ask me if anything was
thank you so
or
much.
if any question.
This was so fun. Thank you so much for talking. Thanks for listening to this conversation. Support this podcast. Please check out our sponsor in the description. Now, and read some words from Ghana. The very word secret is for public in a free and open environment. We are people inherently society. Secret of is a good person. We decided long ago, dangerous, deceptive, and abhorrent human a person that are outweighed dangers, sight, justified. Thank you for listening.
Like the about everything, but I hope raising healthcare, the active advanced in the United States, those people have a lucky president. We have 20,000 out your rallies in the 23 states. I'll make those eyes and not give them not the great well, not the thing. Without the want to help you with the world is the way it always will be this way. We got the most. And don't think this is the way it's good. You got no power. Give up. That's their state. That's the and the show is one ago a outside campaign. They called the Democratic establishment. It's 23 states. You are used to it. That's what they use. They're working.
Following this conversation with Senator and presidential candidate, full time, underdog, all out, captivating the support and excitement of millions of people on the planet. And right, this is Blessed Fitness Podcast, supported please check out our sponsors in the description. Now, dear friends, Bernie Sanders. Growing up, did you ever think you'd be a politician? Yeah, I know that you hate politics. Just rare from that. I look at philosophy and I like talking.
You know, everyone puts up themselves as not about it. I just don't know what's the what politics is about. The people of our country.
That said, there's a Patriot Act, and basically dictated that have what was your thinking at the time behind that first speech? No, Patriot Act.
The wrong thing came out of it. The war why or Iraq.
What's the way to fight this thing that one was the keep trying to fight, just the industrial complex?
Why almost unique not a lot of people like, well, what is Holocaust look like? With all the business runs like that. Well, guess what? Really nothing in the United States. So what you have right now is an economy, small concentration of only agriculture, healthcare, whatever. Yes, and then we don't talk about it. What is the reality of the political system? And that is us spending huge amounts of money in healthcare, spending over Democrats have their billionaire stuff, but yet creating billionaires in role in terms of politicians and Washington determining what the see.
It's not just single billionaires, companies, lobbyists.
You got it. If you want to pay in the United States by far the initial it's a wild increase, yes. How many lobbyists are there?
Over thousands.
There are 100 of 445, 545 well-paid lobbyists representing the drug companies, including former that is one. One of the reasons why we pay the high but military industrial that is involved in law, both very gender dynamic on the what we see there is not able to also most politicians corrupt, and with money, corrupt, no, it's all being that with $10,000 goes this way doesn't work. That's very, very nice. What happens is that right now, not all time, but I like to around it. Oh, these are my they want the cut of what you do in terms of not upset them. So it's not corruption in the sense of it's not like focusing on that differently. It is the power of the
how do we fix? How do we get money out of politics?
It's not like any other country. You don't have to other countries. You go to every country has its own law, but nobody has a system. And it can spend unlimited sums of money through certain cuts to elect the candidates in this. So first thing you want to do, is, one of the things I found is the more important the issue, the less discussion there is. Less important the issue, the more discussion there is. A number of years ago, the United States Supreme Court, in one of its more pathetic decisions, that's the Citizens United decision. The Citizens United decision said, if you're a multi-billionaire, you want the freedom. You're a free person in a free country. You want the freedom to buy the government. And how terrible it would be to deny you the freedom to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on a campaign to elect the candidates. And they said that's your freedom, and that's what Citizens United is about. We've got to end that. And in my view, we move to public funding elections. That means if you want to run for governor, you want to run for Senate, show that you have some support. Get $5 contributions from X number of people to show you're not a flake. You have some support, and governments will pay a certain amount more, and there will be a limited amount of money that they spend. So you can run against me, and I'm not going to outspend you tons of money. That's what we should be moving toward now.
How do we make that happen when there's so much money in the system and the politicians owe to the people who paid for their election? Does it have to come from the very top, essentially, sort of a really strong, populist president?
So you raised exactly the question. If I am getting a huge amount of money, the billionaires can take on the top and announce, I think billionaires should not be involved in buying elections. I doubt that very much. So what you're going to need, and you tell me if I'm missing something, but I pay attention. You don't hear either of them make you get very excited about this.
I think what happens is when an individual politician speaks out about it, they get punished. But I think it's a popular idea. So if a lot of them speak out, that's why if it came from the top, the president was using a very large platform to basically speak out. It provides a safety blanket for the other politicians to get it all out of the system. But there has to be kind of a mass movement.
Yeah, I mean, every place I always speak about it. I don't know, people understand it. You're a Republican, you're a Democrat, you're progressive, you're conservative. Who really believes that we are a democracy when billionaires spend tens of millions of dollars to buy elections? So it is a very popular issue. It's important. You're right. We need political leaders to be speaking out on that. But we need a grassroots movement to say, if somebody is at a town meeting, you're running for the Senate, you're running for the House, what's your view on Citizens United? Are you prepared to vote to overturn that decision and move the public funding of elections? Extraordinarily important.
So many of your policy proposals are quite radical.
No, they're not. I beg to differ.
Okay, great. Well, they're popular. So what I mean is relative to what the way other politicians speak, it's usually a little bit more moderate. So from everything you've learned from politics, is it better to go sort of radical, maybe we can come up with a different word, versus a more moderate, safe, ambiguous kind of politics?
Okay, let's talk about it. Fair enough. We talked about one issue, very important, money in politics.
Yes.
Getting money out, big money out of politics. You think that's a radical idea?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a popular idea. It's an idea that makes sense, but in order to implement it and actually make it happen, requires, to flip the system upside down, right? In that sense, it's radical.
In that sense, it's radical. But if you go to walk down the street here and you say, do you think billionaires should be able to spend as much money as they want to buy politicians? I would say 9 out of 10 people say that's crazy. That's not what Americans think. So in that sense, it's certainly not going to take. Talk about healthcare. Go out on the street, do a poll, I've done it. Is healthcare a human right? Should every American be able to go to a doctor when they need, regardless of their health? You know what people say? I said that 85, 90% of people, of course. The idea that healthcare is a human right available to all exists in every major country on earth except the United States. You're here with me in Burlington, Vermont, right? You got a call, go 50 miles north of Canada. Walk to this Canadian, walk into Canada and ask people, when you go to a hospital, how no out-of-pocket expense because if you read right, is widespread around the world and very much agreed to in this country. Bottom line is that because of our corrupt political system, we have a healthcare system designed not to provide healthcare for all people, to make a huge profit for drug companies and insurance companies, and that is what's happening. And we got to change that system. So I'm a strong advocate, and I've led the effort on Medicare for all.
Okay, let's talk about Medicare for all. You could snap your fingers today and implement the best possible healthcare system for the United States of America. What would that look like?
Well, we have a pretty good system, not good, but a pretty good system in Medicare. So it's there for the elder. Lyndon Johnson passed that in 1960. It is being chopped away by the private insurance companies through Medicare Advantage. If you strengthen Medicare and you do away with the kind of deductibles that seniors now have to pay, you do away with other stuff. You say basically, right now, you're a senior in America, go to any doctor you want. When you're in the hospital, Medicare will pay the entire bill. If you expand Medicare to cover dental, hearing, and vision, which it doesn't cover, you do all of those things. And then the next thing you do is say, okay, to be eligible for Medicare now, you have to be 65. First year, we're going to lower it to 55. Then we'll lower it to 45. Then we'll lower it to 35. Then we'll have everybody in the system. So I think in a 4 or 5 year period, you can strengthen Medicare and have everybody in the system. And when you do that, this is not just me talking, a number of studies have pointed this out. When you take the profit motive out of it, from the insurance companies to the drug companies, you can end up providing quality care to all people, no more than this anymore. Because right now, we are spending twice as much for personal health care as the people of any other nation. Incredibly wasteful system.
So the way to pay for the system is to increase taxes. But you're saying if you cut that cost and increase the taxes, you're saying it's going to
Yes, it's still not. And I've gotten my share of 30-second ads attacking me. Bernie Sanders wants to raise your taxes on health care in a progressive way. But right now, you have health insurance. Somebody's paying for your health insurance. If you are working, most people get their health insurance through their jobs. Okay? So if you're working for a large company, your employer is paying your health insurance. And by the way, that comes out of your wages. Healthcare costs in America are very high, and your employer will tell you honestly, look, I can't give you more than a 3% wage increase because I got a 10% increase in your healthcare costs. You want that? But their union negotiating, you know what they'll say? Hey, you want decent wages, we're going to have to cut back on your health. That's what every union has to deal with, every negotiation session. So we're paying for it through employers, out of pocket, we pay for it through Medicare, Medicaid, Veterans Administration, etc. What I am proposing, it's really not radical, but it exists in Canada and other countries. It is publicly funded, like police departments and like libraries are, like public education is publicly funded in a progressive way. So right now, rather than paying out of your own pocket, if you are a family, let's just say you're self-employed right now, and you are, you have a couple of kids and a wife, it could cost you $15,000, $20,000 a year in insurance costs. Well, that's all eliminated. Will you have to pay more in taxes? Of course you will. Maybe it depends on your income level, but it could be that you're paying $12,000 more in taxes, but not $20,000 more in premiums, co-payments, and deductibles. You save money. So it's paying taxes rather than paying money to the insurance company. You got a better deal through the taxes.
So the most painful thing in today's system is these surprise bills. Number one cause of bankruptcy, and the psychological pain that comes from that, just worrying, stress, you're in debt, and just basically afraid constantly of getting sick because you don't know if insurance is going to cover it, and if you're not insured, you don't know how much it's going to cost. So you're not going to go to the hospital even if there's something wrong with you, if there's pain and all that kind of stuff. You just live in a state of fear, psychological fear. That's the number one problem. It's just not just financial, it's psychological.
Look, and I think you said it very well. I'm chairman of the committee that deals with this, so I talk to a lot of doctors. The doctors in Vermont and all over this country tell me that they are astounded. People walk into their offices much sicker than they should have been. The doctor says, why didn't you come here 6 months ago when you first felt your symptoms? I said, well, I have a high deductible